morning, students. Welcome to biology. I hope everybody's still feeling okay. I am, sort of, because I'm here at home, not in school with you guys, which is actually a bit weird. But anyway, let's get started with a new chapter, the circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of two parts, the heart and the blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels. We have the arteries, we have the veins, and we have the capillaries. The arteries, which go away from the heart, the veins, which bring blood back to the heart, and the capillaries, they are in between the arteries and the veins. And did you know that the heart consists of four compartments, four chambers? The upper two chambers are the atria. Atrium is singular, atria is plural. So one atrium over here, one atrium over here. Then we have the bottom part of the heart, which contain the ventricles. One ventricle over here and one ventricle over here. In biology, you look at objects, you look at organisms. Right now, you're looking at me. This is my right, this is my left. So when you look at an object, it's the other way around. So this is my right, putting right over here, and this is my left, putting left over here. Okay, today is your first assignment because I'm going to draw the heart and name the parts with a red marker and a blue marker. So you need these colors as well, plus a black one for the part, for naming the parts. At the end of this week, I want you to take a picture of your drawing of the heart with the names and hand it in through Google Classroom. Now let's get started. Let me check if everything is okay. Yep, we're still online. So, I already said a blue one and a red one. I'm going to start with the blue one because that is the oxygen poor one. So, something like this. For which part is that? Is that the right part or the left part? The right part. Good for you. Right over here and left over here. Okay, now the other part of the heart. And of course, the heart itself is a big muscle. It contains cardiac muscle, special muscle, which doesn't tire. And there's this part over here, which divides the right from the left. And that's called the septum. And this heart muscle over here is cardiac muscle. Okay. Now, I already mentioned that the heart contains four compartments, two atria, two ventricles. So we have the atria on top. This is the right atrium. And over here is the left atrium. Yes. And at the bottom we have the ventricles, the left ventricle over here, left ventricle, and the right one over here. Right ventricle. And then the atria and the ventricles are separated by valves over here and over here. And these valves over here are the tricuspid valves. Tricuspid valves. And these valves over here are the bicuspid valves. Bicuspid valves. Okay, blood enters the heart through these veins over here into the atria. So if you have a look at the right atrium, bloodstream is like this. Comes from here and here, goes to the ventricle. And when the ventricle contracts, the tricuspid valve closes and blood goes into this big artery, the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. And that's the artery which goes to the lungs. So we can already draw or name the lungs. There are two lungs, I'm just drawing one because it's easier. And as you can see, I use blue and red. That is because the red part is the oxygen-rich part. So the R of red is the R of oxygen-rich. And the blue part is oxygen-poor. So blue is oxygen-poor. Okay. So you can imagine that the blood going from the pulmonary artery to the lungs contains a lot of carbon dioxide in the lungs. Carbon dioxide is taken into the air of the lungs, and oxygen is taken into the bloodstream. That is why I'm using my red marker now, from the lungs all the way to the left atrium. Putting an arrow here to make sure that you understand how the blood flows. From the left atrium, the blood goes to the left ventricle and then into this big blood vessel over here, that is the aorta. Veins have lots of valves. Arteries only have two of them at the beginning of the pulmonary artery and the aorta. Over here are valves, and these are the pulmonary valves. Pulmonary valves, yeah. And the aorta has also valves. We call them the aortic valves. Okay. So we have covered the pulmonary artery, the lungs, the pulmonary vein, pulmonary vein, left atrium, left ventricle, aorta, and the aorta brings blood to all the cells of your body, so to your head and to your whole body. So the aorta sort of splits up. One part goes to your head, which is above your heart, and the other one goes all the way down to the rest of your body. You draw this. Hope you can still read what I just have explained. Head over here and body over here. When the blood goes back to the heart, there are two very important veins which collect all the blood. We have the vein over here, this one, and we have from the head the upper one is called the superior vena cava, superior vena cava. It is superior because it's on top, and the lower one, which comes from your body, is called the inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava. And I guess I covered the whole drawing. Hold on. Oh, I can still use some arrows over here. So to clarify, the bloodstream up, up, and this one goes down over here. Okay, so we have the atria, the ventricles, the cardiac muscle. We have the septum, which divides the heart into right and left. We have the arteries, we have the veins, we have the valves. There's one thing, you might have noticed this, that the left part has really thick cardiac muscle and the right part is really thin. Now why should that be? That is because the right ventricle only needs to pump the blood to the lungs. And the lungs are very near the heart. But the left ventricle needs to pump the blood all the way to your big toe and against gravity back to your heart again. So that's why your left ventricle is more muscular than the right one. Okay guys, this is actually it. Good luck with your drawing. Don't forget to hand it in Google Classroom. Mail me a picture and I'm going to have a look at it and hopefully enjoy it. See you next time.